This here is intentional, drifting, sliding and having fun. It's a way that you very quickly turn a new tire into an old one. But durability and constant performance on track is an absolute must. One pointed towards the opposite is graining. But what exactly is that?
Yeah, the graining of the tyre. Well, it's there's two types. You can get cold graining, is when the tyre is too cold, and then you can grain the tyre, or you can get graining in the tyre once the tyre is too hot. Generally comes if you have massive understeer on a car. Once the tyre gets to that point, generally it doesn't work anymore at peak performance.
Whether graining occurs depends on driving style, circuit and tyre compound. If the transverse forces become so great the tyre no longer has enough grip, the extreme stickiness of the hot running surface, which otherwise interlocks beneficially with the track, becomes a disadvantage. If skidding makes it too hot, and this happens too often for too long, the running surface heats up more than the rest of the tyre. And it's this temperature difference that's the actual problem.
Graining is coming when you have a quite huge lateral acceleration the tire can't manage. Either because we have a compound which is too soft, or we don't have the grip based on the cold conditions or temperature which is not good enough or high enough on your tread. So this is the main reason why we may have some graining. Most of the time graining is occurring on the front.
The more the driver has to fight, the more rubber ends up on the track, and not just there either, unfortunately also on the tire itself. Graining is when the tire practically starts to peel itself open. The contact patch, in essence, the rubber, is a slick tire that has no tread. Through the temperature it starts more or less to rub itself off. We then see little shavings and waves on the tire, which means quite simply a less than perfect contact patch and impaired grip. That of course is not so great. Just like an eraser, a tire does indeed rub off an outer layer of rubber from its cool carcass as it skids. And because the shavings are hot, they immediately stick again and end up back on the tire. The result is a tire covered in tiny bits of rubber with very poor handling. The car understeers more and more and increases the effect. In the battle for places, trophies and honor, the drivers therefore have to be kind to their tires. The cannier ones win, while the others need new tires sooner and have to pit.
Wear is one important parameter we have to take into account during a race. Most of the time is going to affect the front-rear balance. So it means you may generate some understeer, some oversteer. So it means a behavior of the vehicle which is not linear and which is quite difficult to manage for the driver. So this is where wear is occurring after few laps.
When treaded tires skid on asphalt, the edges of the blocks of tread get badly worn and rounded down. Steering precision suffers, and the tire literally wears away. So, always nice and slow? No, but being kind to tires does make sense. Although some exceptions have to be allowed.